Hey guys, what's going on? Alright, so today I've got something that I forgot I'd kind of done some of this testing before, and I'm glad I did it then because now I have kind of some more information than just looking at a gun and saying it's cool, okay? Back last year, my brother won a pig hunt, and long story short, which I know some of my videos go long, so I'm going to try to make this one informative and to the point. Long story short, that made me build a 308 AR-10 kind of style rifle. And I've been looking into that. Like the SR-25 had been in my scope of what I kind of wanted to do, but I knew that's way too much money, so I decided to go with something else. AimSurplus had some good deals going, and I got it is an Alexandria PRO-FAB lower and their upper. I got the stripped lower from them, and then the completed upper from AimSurplus, and then I got like a mil-spec trigger. I think I got it from Palmetto State, I'm not exactly sure. And then I just had an extra grip laying around. So we will go ahead, I'm gonna angle this down a little bit so you can kind of see while I talk about it real quick. This is the rifle as it's set up now. When I did this testing on it, or when I first got it, I did not have this scope. I had a Bushnell Elite 3200, okay? Which is a great scope. It was a fixed 10 power scope, and it absolutely did its job just fantastic. The one thing I will say about this rifle is it is heavy, but it is a 308 rifle, so they're not necessarily designed to be light. I know there's some are out there that are lighter than others, and I don't have a scale, but this guy is pretty hefty. You don't want to be toting it around long periods of time. Okay, so let's just go over this real quick and like I said, informative and quick as I can. The upper obviously is chambered in 308, 308 Winchester. It is an 18-inch barrel. All right, 416R stainless steel 1 in 10 twist. All right, the bolt is, it says it's a 9310. It's nitride coated, I guess. The muzzle device is the A2 birdcage. I will probably be changing that out so I can suppress it. I've suppressed it a little bit before, but I had to use a thread adapter and then put my brake on there, so it just adds weight, adds length. Suppressors are heavy enough anyway. If I can get my muzzle device, my QD muzzle device for this, then I'll be able to do that, and I more than likely will, because I like to shoot suppressed if I can. The trigger, like I said earlier, that's basically your upper. Everything else is, that's all it is. I don't know. It's hard to say anything is mil-spec because AR-10s really aren't mil-spec. Okay. The trigger, like I said, when I fired this stuff, I shot some groups. We're gonna go over that in a minute. That was just, like I said, a mil-spec trigger, nothing fancy, just straight up mil-spec. And that is one thing I think about this rifle that is mil-spec, is that you can drop in your triggers and all those things will work. Okay, I looked that up. A lot, and I was like, I didn't want to spend money on something and end up having it not function. So just be informed, mil-spec does drop into here. Right now, I have a Geisley G2S, so they're cheaper version of like an SSA. Is my understanding of it. I have an SSA and I have this, and I have dry fired them. I have not been able to actually live fire them, so I can't speak to anything about them except that they feel really nice. And let's see, just a regular A2 buttstock, and the buffer tube and all that kind of stuff goes in there. Like I said, I don't know exactly who makes this grip. It doesn't really have a name. Oh no, it does. It's a Blackhawk. There you go. It's a Blackhawk grip. I don't know anything else about it besides that. The mags that it can run, it says that it is I had this dropped in here somewhere. It's a DPMS compatible. Okay, and the lower is 7075 T6 forged. And it says mil-spec dimensions, and I'm guessing what that has to do with is your trigger groups and stuff. Because if you look over here, your bolt catch, bolt release, and all that stuff is proprietary. Okay, so you can't just drop in a mil-spec one of those. So that is not mil-spec, but everything else in here, that is. Okay, and your takedown pins are not; those are going to be 308 kind of stuff. All right, you can't put your AR takedown pins in there. The mags I got, this is an IMI Defense. I believe it's a 25 round mag, and it worked great. Didn't have any issues with it. It will also run your Magpul, these guys. This is a Gen M3. All right, so it's a 20 round mag, and they work just fine too. All right. Whoa, that is really bright. This is like it's supposed to be like a tan color. It looks white. that light is really, really bright. But both of these ran fine, no issues. Okay, now let's get into some of this other good stuff. Okay, there we go. Angle that down a little bit more. These are 4 different groups, 3 different kinds of ammo. And this was done back in October of last year. And basically, that's the only times I've been able to shoot this. I haven't really been able to shoot it since then. And then I came across these targets, and I was like, wow, I forgot I actually did these. So this is going to be, which one is this? This is the Brown Bear, okay? The 140 grain soft point. I actually hunted with this, and I took 1 hog with this. I mentioned earlier that my brother won that hunt, and I went with him on it. And I measured it with my my gauge, my calipers, whatever, and it's a 2.37 inch group. Okay, so it's not. I think that might be one of the best groups. No, my best group is 1.77. Okay, so granted, it's a new barrel, it's mil-spec trigger. I hadn't shot a whole lot, so I'm sure it needs to be broken in, and I'm making all the excuses in the world, but these are what it's shooting right now. Okay. Like I said, 2.37 with 140 grain soft point from Brown Bear. These are all at about 100 yards. That one, this was the best one, I think is what it was. 100. Another Brown Bear 145 grain full metal jacket, and that was the 177. All right, and that shot, it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good for about 100 yards, and that's just pacing it. I didn't have a way to measure it. I do now, but I didn't then. This one is the Freedom Munitions 150 grain full metal jacket, the new. It's not reloaded, and it's a 3.96. So that's pretty big group. Okay, it's pretty big. I'm sure I can tighten that up and all that. And then this is another one of the Freedom Munitions 150 grain full metal jacket, new 2.22. It's a little bit better group. It's pretty decent. I mean, it's in the size of a fist and the size of a heart. That's what I was kind of going for, if I could shoot a heart, because I was kind of getting it ready for hog hunting and then for deer hunting as well. I did take a deer with it, and I don't know why I don't have the targets, but I bought 168 grain. I think I have 168 grain Sierra Match King loads from Freedom Munitions, and then another 168 grain. It's a red tipped bullet. I can't remember exactly what it is. If it's a, I can't remember who makes it. It's a Freedom Munitions load, but it's like a ballistic tip kind of thing. And I did take a deer. Okay, I will try to put that in. I don't know. It's kind of got blood on it, and I know I don't mind seeing those pictures. But hopefully YouTube won't shut me down for putting stuff on there like that. But I'll roll that in at the back. And it was just an easy shot, about 25 yards. Blew the heart out literally. It was great. It was perfect. And then the hog, I was able to get a hog. We basically got the thing sighted in. I was using the 140 grain soft points. Yep, the 140 grain soft points. And I was in a stand. It was at night. My brother was lighting it up with a flashlight, hanging outside one window. And I am right-handed, but the only angle I could get was left-handed with my non-dominant left eye. And it dropped in one shot, and it was cool. It was cool. So I'll attribute a lot of that to the rifle. The rifle can do work. Okay, I think it's amazing. It did really, really well. So if you are thinking about getting into a 308 AR kind of rifle, I can't advise against this gun. Okay, it has functioned very well for me. Like I said, I don't think I've had really any issues. I may have had a couple feeding issues with the steel case. I don't remember. I don't remember it being 100%. Like every single little bitty thing went well, but also I was testing it with new stuff, and when you have new things, stuff's got to get broken in, so I can't speak anything bad about it yet, okay? That's basically it for this gun. Like I said, I haven't shot with this scope on here yet. There's a lot of things I haven't done yet, and good news about that, I talked to the guy that I've been kind of alluding to that I should be having a range to go shoot at, and I talked to him. Hopefully this Saturday I will be able to go out there, and it sounds like I will be able to return to that range and to do some more stuff, and then we could really get some good reviews out for y'all. That's basically it. So that was pretty much down and dirty. It's a good gun. I recommend it. It's not going to break the bank. I think it was like in between $700 and $800 for the whole thing when you put it all together. And for a 308, you know, an AR-10 style kind of rifle, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's a good time and a good season right now to be into the gun buying stuff because prices are generally low. So if you're on the fence about getting it, just go get it. Okay, be like me, be extravagant, just buy it and cry later. I don't know. I'm sure I'll cry later about this. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed that. I try to keep it short for y'all, keep your attention span. I'm sorry about that. Some of my videos just drag on like right now. But hope y'all enjoyed it. You know, leave me some comments, leave me some feedback if you like this kind of stuff. I'll try to do more of it. That's what this channel is supposed to be about. We'll try to do some more of it, and we'll try to keep you entertained. So y'all be good, be safe, and I'll see you in the next video.